Hey guys, it's Rob. I have a video that I made special for Tectonic Bigfoot. I just wanted to say to him thanks for making your comments and all that, and I really appreciate not being attacked. And this is the kind of questions I like to answer, and this is the kind of stuff I like to do. I'd rather not fight with trolls because it's pointless, and they don't know anything and they can't figure out what you're doing anyhow. All right, but so I'm grateful for Tectonic Bigfoot, and but I want to let you know that it's actually really simple and easy for me to discredit plate tectonics and the MidAtlantic Ridge. It's not hard at all, and I actually almost all this information that I'm going to show you right now is like a year old. I figured this out a year ago, right out the gate. And let's just take a look at the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. And I want to refresh everybody's memory that what's happening here is that there's seafloor spreading going on here. Well, that's what they claim. They believe that that molten lava under convection somehow is pushing these plates and creating new ends on them and pushing them apart, which is basically powering continental drift and pushing all the plates. And that doesn't even make sense, actually. I mean, it looks good, but I can't picture lava pressing giant plates like this in the opposite direction. It doesn't make sense. The pressure that it would take, it would be shooting out of a volcano and everywhere. I mean, it just wouldn't make sense. And they claim that their proof is magnetic striping, but that's only if you're looking at it accurately. Magnetic striping to me is possibly from the I believe there's a vortex in the core of this planet, and I believe it creates our magnetic field because hot iron and molten iron cannot create magnetic fields, and they don't behave like what we're witnessing. A plasma vortex will expand and contract, and that would cause earthquakes, and it would cause volcanic eruptions, just like our sun expands and contracts. And it's been noted recently that earthquakes tend to follow the sun cycle. It's documented that during solar maximums we have more earthquakes and stronger earthquakes. So there's a connection between our sun and our earthquakes. And so with that said, they say that magnetic striping has happened here. That's where they got north running minerals and then south pointing minerals, and that right there tells me that's from a pole flip. And I think they have like bands of it, which if you add them up, it looks like to me like 6 cataclysms. This is what I think that the pole flips are, and I think that they're actually cataclysmic pole reversals. And I believe that this is the path the vortex takes, actually. But anyways, what else is there? Anything else? See, the odd thing about this Mid-Atlantic Ridge is if you follow it, it goes from the North Pole and it heads all the way down to the south, and then it tees off in what looks like a rotating landmass. This is rotating and spinning. I mean, you can't get around that. Just looking at it, it's obvious what this is doing. You even got the plasmoid shape where you got this arched and this arched, which tells me that the planet is rotating, or this is rotating this way, just like a galaxy, or spiral galaxy. You can see it right there in the mountain ranges. Okay. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because I'm gonna 100% destroy plate. Well, I'm gonna ruin plate tectonics and the seafloor spreading just for seacocks, just for my buddy from down under, the guy who can't see the alignments. All right, so here we got, well, we have the Himalayan mountain range, right? According to plate tectonics, there are plates colliding here and making this mountain range, this huge mountain range. Well, just looking at it, it does not look like a collision to me. As a matter of fact, this looks like electrical. It's exactly electrical. Electrical does this. Like rivers, they sprout, like, they have feeder streams and stuff, but they're usually coming at like an angle. When electrical happens, you'll have them come out at 90 degrees a lot. And this is electrical. This has to be. And it's more than electrical. I already know what it is, but let me show you what destroys the Mid-Atlantic Ridge and the whole theory about it. Is here we got the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. And the other thing that you may notice on our planet is that you got a lot of triangular shaped features. You can see them right here. You can see it right here. You can see the pointy tip right there. And you can see it right here. Right here. It just goes on and on and on. And there's a reason for that. But let me get to this right here. Here's the Mid-Atlantic Ridge and the Himalayas. And you'll notice that right here, okay, this is kind of hard to see because the Mid-Atlantic Ridge is kind of dull. But you can see the ridge and all that, and you can see that on the Himalayas you can see like that right there and stuff. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. Okay, see this triangular? When I line that up with that, you can see this lines up with the mountain range and the features around it, like this. And let me get it centered here. Okay. Now, the reason I guarantee that this lines up, and this is what it is, because I can do this even closer with higher resolution, and I can show you that each of these lines line up with the mountains. So I don't know about thrust sheets and stuff and all that. I don't think that what you're seeing here is actually made from what they claim. This is definitely not that. This is a hot earth, and this is ripples and turbulence and stuff like that. Okay, but let me just show you some more. I hope I don't forget anything. If you look at India, you'll see that it's the shape of a vortex. Comes to a point and all that, and at the top you got the lip here with the Himalayas, and then next to the Himalayas you got what looks like an overspill. You can see it rushing down and filling up, coating this vortex, and even getting shot around, sprayed out and stuff. But so let me show you that. You can see that this also then lines up with the lines over here too. And if I drop it, let's see here. Oops. You can see that it lines up there. you can see this dot right here, how it lines up. Obviously this is moving, because that's why you get these string of dots right here. And then of course you got your features over here lining up, this round circular thing lining up. Here's those dots again right here. And of course this is lining up with the features of the Himalayas right here. Okay. Now, see, I guess I should take my time and show every single alignment that I see, so that there's no doubt that plate tectonics is thoroughly debunked. Because this isn't the only alignment. See how these right here fit in there? The lines line up again, and you can see that this is a pretty solid actually. Let me take a different version of this. Right here. Okay, yeah. See, this is the the negative of that, and you'll notice that Iceland's right there. And this time I'm gonna bring it down. Here's the MidAtlantic Ridge. You can see that there's a dot here, big island or whatever. Here. Let's see what I was going to do, like this. Okay, so let's see what we got. Okay, yeah, here's the MidAtlantic Ridge and the Himalayas lining up. Looks like India's being formed or something. Right there, you see India. Okay, but what else is there? There's something else. Yeah, see how Iceland fits in here? It's like it just slid right on out. See, with that overspill. And I already know this will just continue to line up. You see how it's still lining up with features underneath? Alright, well, and if you don't believe me, just go ahead and do them yourself. And then here's India again. With the peak right here. This is what I call reoccurring patterns. See how that has that? Okay, where did I do this? Yeah, right there. When I line up the tip here with India, you can see that this lines up with that lip there. Again. So anyway, so you got that. But here's the beauty of the whole thing. This isn't the only thing that lines up with the MidAtlantic Ridge. Okay? Let me show you the other stuff. But I'm going to use, because the MidAtlantic Ridge is so hard to see, I'm going to use the Himalayan Mountains. And on the other side of the continent, on almost the exact opposite side of the continent, you have Antarctica and South America. You'll notice that they also line up with the Himalayan Mountains and fit the mountain peaks too. And anybody's welcome to check that out themselves. It's easy to do. You don't have to take my word for it. I've always asked people to go ahead and try to debunk me, and nobody has. They just have Sea Hawks telling me that these don't line up, when obviously they do. Because on the opposite side of the planet is this, and you got this in China, and I can tell you that this is spinning, and these ridges here are made by turbulence. These, whether they're folds or whatever, they're made by turbulence, and the turbulence is made because these are Birkeland currents, and this is the beginning of a vortex, and you can see that it gouged this area out, and you can see that how solid my alignments are here. And if you look right here, you can see that they line up over and over again right here. You can tell that this is it. Move it over here, you can see it lines up again. Move it there, you can see it lines up. There's the tip lining up. And then you got South America lining up again. Okay, all the way to just as like Antarctica did. But here's the thing, okay? You can see it's lining up here. For those that still don't believe me, that when I bring this through, you can see over here the same thing is lining up here. Correlating this. If this lines up and then this lines up, well, it's pretty much a done deal. And you can see that it's following, look at the features, see how that matches right there? Under the toughest, with better resolution, you match each one of these dots up perfectly. I guarantee that. And I don't know if I know you've seen this before, Tectonic Bigfoot. You've seen what Plate Tectonics shows you for an Africa and South America alignment, and you've seen the gaps in there, right? Well, there are no gaps in my alignments. I mean, they match perfect. There's no way to beat this. It's a done deal. It's like religion, though. Every scientist on the planet is not going to give up their religion, okay? Because they put their beliefs in it, they made it part of their identity, and they're not going to change, okay? This is what holds back humanity, and it's not scientific method, but people are people, I guess, and they have no power over the human will, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, here's that right here. This will flip and fit again. You see how that lines? I mean, there's just no getting around that. Okay, so that's that right there. And it will line up with the MidAtlantic Ridge also, because they're all the same thing. And you can see it actually finishes off the image. You can see this, the features, you can see the MidAtlantic Ridge just continues to follow that turbulence line. And that's pretty solid, actually. So, okay, now I told you that there was more alignments too. So that's pretty good right there. Then what we got is this. Okay. These two line up with the peaks. And with this crater right here, okay? You can even see like how this gouge too, how it gouges out right here. You can see that this lines up also. Okay, let's see, where was it? Okay, so I put this back here like that. There you go. Right here. And it'll fit the other way too, I guarantee it. Now, like that, you can see the overspill area. you can see that, let's see here. You know, these dots follow the patterns. They just do. And then let's see what happens when, oh yeah, look. You can see that this also fits into those seas again. Okay, this is pretty good. This is solid. I already know this is what it is, and I know it can't be debunked. And people get offended when I say that, but you know, I'm being honest. You know, and some people just don't like honesty, I guess, or it comes off as cocky and arrogant to certain people. But anyways, check this out. So we got this all lines up. Explains a lot too. Actually, it shows a lot on how the planet's created when you pay attention. So check this out. This thing is also rotating. There you go. Even fits the background markings too underneath. Fits in here. Look right here. You can see that this is the actual process that's creating our continents. Okay, so that's that. Now it gets interesting because I have made a discovery and claims that these mountains right here are made by, there are the images of giant Birkeland currents that I believe created the core of our planet and our planet. I think I'm starting to believe that our planet actually creates its own matter in its core, and it probably happens rather quickly in a pole reversal. Apparently, I think just maybe our science doesn't know everything about plasma. I'm just going to take a wild stab at that. But and neither does geology know everything about our planet, because if you look at these mountains right here, hills or whatever you want to call them, giant hills, you could tell that they're shaped like filaments, and they, like rope, they wrap over one another. You can see that here's the edge of this one on top of this one, both sides. You could tell that it looks electrical related because it looks like it's starting to short out. And then what you see here is a disconnect, a breaking. I think this is one of our poles. I think this is how our poles are made, actually. In the beginning, I think these currents break up and do their thing. And you can see that this one's wrapping around and it's kind of broken off right there. And you can see very similar stuff over here. Tubular things inside of it. I always notice that a lot lately for some reason. I see these tubular circular patterns inside of these filaments and stuff. It makes me think of tunnels and stuff. So anyways, you can see it's ripped off here. I claim that this is spinning. This is the result of spinning. So let's go back to the Himalayas. And we have this gouge here, right? We bring in our currents, and you can see that they fit with the disturbance right here, this turbulence and stuff. But not only do they fit there, they also fit with inside this crater, because this is what made it. This is rotating current. These are Birkeland currents. Before this image was made, the Birkeland currents are actually plasma filaments, so it's not like stones turning around in there and stuff like that. This is just somehow got covered, and the image has been pushed to the surface of our planet. Okay, and this does line up, because you can look here, you can see these features maybe if I darken it. Okay, so here they are, and then you can see underneath, you can see these line up as this lines up. This also flip-flops because this is spinning. These are currents. This actually turns into the Himalayas. This is the same this is the Himalayas are twisting, and this is the same thing. The Himalayas and these are the same thing. Yeah, you get the point. It lines up. I've showed it. It flip-flops, it lines up. And then of course we have our electrical discharge here, the Amazon River. This is not made by water erosion. And the reason I know that is because I can line this up in multiple places around all over the planet. This is part of the vortex. What I'm claiming is a vortex. This also lines up in this crater. You see how it's already lining up? You see how when it lines up here, you can see these jumping across and hitting the Himalayan Mountains, lining up with cutting these looks like these valleys actually. You see that, right? But does Sea Hawks see this? That's what matters. You can see that this is it. Here we go with this alignment. See how it just continually fits? This is actually spinning too, believe it or not. So you can see that this is the part of that bubble. You can see it's creating this, what's like a drill, an electric drill. See how it fits right there again, but then it continues to fit over here too. This is why from the beginning, like I make statements like my evidence is it can't be debunked, because the amount that I have is staggering. This is still not even barely scratching the surface of what I got. I can tell you how the Eye of the Sahara was created. I can show you where Italy really got its mountains. I can show you how Italy's related to Southern California and the basin area. I can prove that the basin area is not the result of stretching, but it's actually the result of electrical heating and gouging. And it's all related to the it's all related to Yellowstone Park too. I don't want to leave Yellowstone Park. It has a lot to do with this, by the way. See how the turbulence here in the background? This is why it blows me away. I show videos with the most amazing alignments, and then these trolls just do not give up. They still, for some reason, think that that this isn't good enough. This destroys plate tectonics. Plate tectonics has nothing compared to what I can show you observably. It's got data. Sure, you guys are using radio decay to determine the dates of rocks, but I can tell you right now it's inaccurate. And the reason I can tell you it's inaccurate because this planet's not that old. These features are from the opposite side of the planet, and they're lining up. Okay, here's a river. Okay, that's been that is on the other side of the river, or the other side of the planet. Now, a river is known for erosion, and so how long would it take for a river to change its course so that it doesn't align with the source that created it? It just so happens that water didn't create the Amazon. It was created by electrical discharge, and it just so happened the rainforest happened to be there to fill it up. Lucky. And I mean, check this out. It's just undebunkable, and I guarantee this. No matter how close you look at this, it's going to line up even better. So that's that right there. This, by the way, lines up everywhere. See. Okay, now there's more, of course. There's always going to be more. Okay, so here we have India and North America. And you may notice that there are some similarities that no one ever noticed before. And it would actually be right in here. Let's take a faraway shot. And I think a little rotation. There you go. You ever notice a hinge on a door? It's got these circular things, and then usually there's a pin running through it. I just want to point that out to you. There you go. Plate tectonics. I don't think it's a viable theory anymore. But there's more, though. It's gonna be more, dude. Here's Florida getting made right here, over and over again. You can see that the dots line up. They do, and the lines do. It just does. This is the beginning of the vortex too, by the way. All reoccurring patterns of the same process that created our planet. Here's the Mississippi. See how that fits in there? Great Lakes fitting around that hexagon, which is a sign of electromagnetism. Hexagons are electromagnetic related. Anytime you see a pattern like that, there you go, fits around there. I can show you anything you want to know about this planet. If you want to know what made what, I can show you exactly what made it with its own features. Plate tectonics can't and it will never be able to do that. You see that right there? Here's our Alaska and Canada. Notice how this has got the same design as this. This and that. Right there. It just goes on and on. See, as I rotate that, things get interesting here in India and this area right here. Yellowstone Park. Right in here. Plate tectonics is unaware of the relationship between Yellowstone Park and this gouge, and is unaware also of the relationship of Yellowstone Park and the Grand Canyon. You can see this right here. Here's Florida. Look at the angle that it's coming in now. Anyways, I have a ton more. This is barely. You have no idea what I've accumulated in the last 2 years. It's mind blowing. But I want to ask Bigfoot or Tectonic Bigfoot. I want to ask you a favor. I want you to go ahead and do your best and try to discredit my alignments and prove that I'm wrong and plate tectonics is right. If you could do that for my channel, or get a geologist to do it, or whatever you want, I'm asking you if you'll do me the favor and try to discredit my findings. I'd appreciate it. And thanks for watching, man. I might add that the reason this discredits plate tectonics is because if there are plates underneath our continents, then I can't line the continents and land masses on top of one another. Okay, so my alignment, it's going to be my alignments versus the theory of plate tectonics. Now, my alignments match up. I guarantee you, each and every single one of them will match up, no matter how close you look, no matter how hard you scrutinize the images. They're gonna fit, and it's gonna fit down to the greatest, smallest details, and this I guarantee. So that's pretty strong, and it also, but at the same time, it's discrediting the MidAtlantic Ridge, because it's showing that the MidAtlantic Ridge itself is a recurring pattern, and it discredits plate collisions. I don't know if you counted how many subduction zones these areas have crossed to line up. That discredits subduction zones too. This completely wipes out plate tectonics, and I'm 100% absolute sure about that. And I get a lot of people that come to my channel and claim that I'm stupid and that I don't know science, but they know science. They know this and that, but they're, this boils down to this. I'm one person, and I just destroyed plate tectonics. And these dudes that come to my channel to call me names and call me stupid, you better take a good look in the mirror, because that's who's stupid. Anyways, thanks again for watching.